Hi class, it's Megan Castles, your UMB 104 instructor. I'm creating this video to go over a mock example of a rough draft expository essay. So to start off, for the rough draft, you want to have the GCU style template, which I did create a video to go over where you can locate that and how you can use it. Go ahead and take a look at that video first and then jump into this video once you're ready. Once you have that up, you will see that you are going to have a GCU style header. This is going to be in the upper left-hand corner of your paper, and this is going to include your name, the course, the date, and your instructor's name. Then you're going to come down here into where you have your title. So for my particular paper, I have written this on freshman year success. So the title that I have here is Tips for Freshman Year Success. The reason for that is you want to have a title that aligns with your topic and gives enough information for your audience to know what your paper may be on. To begin your paper, you want to start off with a hook. So if you refer back to your Module 3 outline, the very first thing that you completed there was your hook. So your hook is something that's going to draw in your audience and make them want to read more. For my hook, I have used more and more students are enrolling in college. However, it is alarming as to how many are unprepared for the academic journey ahead. This can draw in my reader because it now has them wanting to know, well, what may be alarming? What is it that is having students be unprepared and what can they prepare for? Then you want to move into the additional lead-in information in your paper. So if you refer back to your outline, there was additional lead-in information that you had on your topic. This is just going to be general information that continues to unfold your topic and have your audience wanting to read more again. So for my topic, I put, this is because many students do not realize how challenging it can be, considering college requires independence and self-discipline. In addition, this transition is a big jump from high school or coming from being in the working field for years and away from education. In order to be successful, there are few steps that can be taken. So then you're going to move into an important part of your paper, which is going to be your thesis statement. Your thesis statement is going to be the roadmap for your whole entire paper. It's going to open up the main points that you're going to discuss throughout your paper. Now remember, your thesis statement for this expository essay should be a one-sentence statement, and it should list 3 subtopics, and it should be all in third person. You want to make sure that your 3 subtopics are easily identifiable. So for my particular thesis statement, I have freshman year success has been found to be related to motivation, time management, and goal setting. As you can see, motivation is my first subtopic, then I have time management and goal setting. This is going to align with my 3 body paragraphs in my essay. So the first subtopic should be what your very first body paragraph goes over. So you want to make sure to transition into this. What I did is I added a transitional sentence here. And what I have is, it is important when entering college that an individual is motivated. So right away, I'm moving into that first subtopic. If a student enters college and lacks motivation, it can lead to dropping out or not doing well in class. In fact, Van Soom and Donche 2014 found that students who were independent and held high motivation ended up being more successful in college. This is where I have incorporated research that I found in the GCU library from a peer-reviewed scholarly article, and I did paraphrase. So I used those reading strategies on pages 70 to 73 to understand what the article was explaining, thought about it, took down some notes, and then I wrote it in my own words. And I made sure that it did relate specifically to my first subtopic. So then you want to end your very first paragraph with a concluding statement. So what I have here is, this is why it is imperative that all students transitioning into college are continuously keeping determination and motivation to earn their degree, as this is needed to do well in college. Then you want to move into your second subtopic, body paragraph, which should align with the second subtopic in your thesis. So mine was on time management. So I did have a transitional sentence into time management. So in addition, time management is another factor that plays a role in freshman year success. That automatically moves into time management. Then you want to go into some additional information on it. So students who are being able to create good habits and manage their time will end up being successful. Recent research proves that college success was achieved for those who created positive habits specifically with time management. So here is where I have, again, incorporated research, and I include an in-text citation right here. So that way I can refer back to where I'm obtaining this information from, and I'm also giving credit to the original source. And it specifically aligns with subtopic number 2 to support it. So make sure that each body paragraph that you have paraphrase information from a resource and an in-text citation to support. And later, I'll show you where you have your reference page, but make sure that each one of these in-text citations relates and aligns with your references page. So again, you just want to have some additional information in here, and you want to have a concluding sentence for this body paragraph. So I have, as college is a big transition and comes with a large responsibility, students must sit down and come up with a plan for their time in order to earn good grades, pass classes, and achieve their goals. Then I move into the third subtopic body paragraph. So this should align with my third subtopic in my thesis, which was goal setting. I'm going to have a transitional sentence here. So furthermore, goal setting also correlates with freshman year success. So again, I move right into the third subtopic in my thesis. And I have some additional lead-in information here. So while in college, students need to not only be motivated and manage their time, but they also need to set goals. This was confirmed through research, as goal setting was found as a foundational aspect in college, which positively correlates with academic achievement and high academic performance. So here is where I have my paraphrased information, and again, I have an in-text citation to support. And this specifically relates to goal setting, which is my third subtopic. So I have information to support here. Then again, I'm going to have a closing statement for this body paragraph. So goal setting also helps students to show progress is being made, which keeps students on track and leads to success in college. Then you're going to move to your fifth and final paragraph. So remember, this is 5 paragraphs. You're going to have your introduction, your 3 body paragraphs that align to your thesis subtopics and have research to support in each, and then a conclusion. So in summation, college is challenging and has many facets to it, which requires preparation. Thus, freshmen should be prepared to stay motivated, manage their time, and set goals. In your conclusion, you want to make sure that you do restate your thesis and you list 3 topics again. Then you just want to summarize the main points. So research over the past year has proven that students must manage their time. They must also continue to stay motivated. And finally, they need to set goals to be successful. You then want to end with a final statement to close out the paper. So I have here, this is a winning combination and helps to earn a degree. Now, this paper is under the word count, but this is just to show you an example. You want to make sure that you have 750 words at a minimum, and that is just for your introduction, your body paragraphs, and your conclusion. And you can check this because if you highlight your entire paper, if you go back and do that, in the lower left-hand corner, it's going to tell you your word count. So you can keep checking on that. Now, not included in the word count, but is required, is a references page. So this should be on a separate page, and it should be at the very top of the page centered with references right here. Your font needs to stay for your entire paper and for your reference page in Times New Roman 12 point. You're going to list your references not by where you introduce them in your body paragraphs, but where you, by author's first, last name, and alphabetically from the top down. Now, for a peer-reviewed journal article, which you should have 3 per the rubric, 1 for each body paragraph to support. Yes, you can have more than that, but you want 3 at a minimum. You want to list in this format. So you should have the author or author's last name, the first initial, the year, the title, the journal title, the volume, the issue, and the page numbers. Now, per APA 6th edition, you want to make sure that you're only capitalizing in your title the first letter of the first word in the title, except if there is an additional following a colon or a additional sentence in the title, then you will capitalize the first letter of that word. Or if it's a word such as the United States, where it needs to be capitalized. And here I have them listed double spaced with hanging indents. I do have tips on how to do hanging indents if you look in the DQ forum this week. and make sure that you're double spacing and listing alphabetically. So this way you can see a reference page. Now, before you do go ahead and submit, you want to make sure just to double check the spelling and grammar. And once you go through that, make sure you're proofreading a couple times. You can also book a GCU tutor to help you with these things. It is completely free. I also recommend for you to check out the video that I created on the rubric. It's going to walk you through step by step on how to earn an excellent grade for the paper. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know.